right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Karha Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at GMS. Peace, honor, and respect to you brothers that's out there laboring, edifying, rightly dividing the word in truth and sincerity. And Shalom to you believers out there, the Aki and Wa Akwath. And what I want to get into in this lesson is, you've seen the video that I just played with the Moringa, all right? So this lesson was inspired because lately, I've just been wanting to get healthier, get my body healthier, exercise more because matter of fact, let me just go to it. I had something else queued up, but for number one, let's just go to it. Now, when you go to 1 Timothy chapter 4, it's a real quick lesson in the spirit. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 8, it says what? For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things. Okay? So, bodily exercise profiteth little, but it do profit. All right? It is a profit in, maintaining your health. All right? Maintaining a healthy physique, a healthy diet. All right? It clears your mind. It helps you, in the spirit. Because those two things are intertwined. All right? That's why when you go to Matthew 26, verse 41, it says, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right? The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. All right? And we know these bodies is weak to temptation. All right? You may be even kind of physically weak. All right? As a man, you always pride yourself on being strong. All right? Lifting weights, being able to lift stuff for your lady, even able to pick up your lady, different things like that, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But how do you do those things if the body is weak? All right. Some people can't even walk a block without being tired. Okay. We could all run. All of us could probably be able to run a greater distance. Those things help. All right. It helps the body. It helps the blood flow. It helps the heart. It helps the lungs. Exercise. It helps everything. All right. When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good. Really. I think Deion Sanders, paraphrasing him, but it's true. All right. Because somebody that's always sick, all right, they don't feel good about themselves. Well, that's going to be intertwined with the spirit. All right. Especially brothers teaching. Okay. You want to look good. You want to, not saying you just want to be in the mirror 24/7, but you want to groom yourself. All right. Be up on your hygiene. All right. And exercise help that physique, man. It gives you not only strength, it gives you a confidence. All right. It helps your skin. You changing our diets. All these things is intertwined. Okay. All these things are intertwined. In the spirit, it says the spirit is willing. Now, you might have the spirit to want to go and run and exercise or read more, pray more, right? But sometimes when the body don't feel like doing it, the spirit is willing to do it. You might want to do it, but you don't do it because the body is weak. All right. You might want to stop a habit. The spirit is willing to do it, but the flesh is weak to it. That's go from temptation. And guess what all that is intertwined with? Your diet. The scriptures, that's why we have a diet in Leviticus, man. Because you just don't want to be eating what you think you don't want to eat. Think you can eat whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord presented certain things to us to eat and not to eat, because he made our bodies and know how our bodies function, what will make the optimal function, and what will bring it down. Okay, that's why even in Daniel, I ain't had that queued up. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel, what's that? Daniel chapter. That might be the first chapter. Let me see. Yup. Daniel chapter 1, starting at verse 8, it says what? But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portions of the king meat. All right. The scriptures talk about, about eating too many meats and things of that nature. Lord willing, I'm going to get that. Nor with the wine which he drank, right? And wine is good for us, right? But in moderation, all right? That's another thing I'm trying to cut out, the wine. I have my wine at the end of my days and stuff, but I want to even cut that out, all right? Because that wine, too much, it put weight on you, all right? And things of that nature, all right? It says, which he drank, therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now the Most High had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. All right, let me see. Let me read down. Yup. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who have appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse likened than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. See, when you go into poach, let's go into it. Let's go into it. All right. It said vegetables. See, the veggies, man, in the water. So Daniel, give us the veggies. Give us the water instead of those meats. He probably had pork, big old ham, certain things. And with the wine, he no, give us that for the 10 days. And let's see. So let's, verse 12 again says, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days. Let me see this in the NLT. All right, so verse 12, it says, please test us for 10 days on a diet of vegetables and water, Daniel said. And at the end of the 10 days, see how we look compared to the other young men who are eating the king's food. Then make your decision in light of what you see. The attendant agreed to Daniel's suggestion and tested him for 10 days. At the end of the 10 days, Daniel and his 3 friends looked healthier and better nourished than the young men who had been eating the food assigned by the king. See? All right. So after Daniel, for these 10 days, they probably was eating, all type, a lot of meats, a lot of, the king, the king gonna bring out a feast, man. Okay. It's all type of sweets and things of that nature. When Daniel and them was eating the veggies and drinking the water, they looked better and had probably more strength, most definitely, more energy. Okay. So that proves to you, again, it says what, bodily exercise profit a little, okay? But it does profit because the two is intertwined, okay? When when you're on a good diet, you're getting an adequate amount of sleep and things of that nature, it's going to automatically boost the spirit up, man. All right, it's automatically going to help you fight against those addictions. Because instead of, doing those addictions, you're exercising and you burning that sweat, okay? And you doing different things to take your mind where you might just sit around all day and, let me get some wine. No, you might go for a run. You might do some push-ups. You might hit some bench presses. You might hit the dumbbells or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get on your diet instead of eating all these sweets and, then you start incorporating more fruits, more veggies, more herbs. Okay, that's gonna take. That's why I want to go here. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 38, verse 4. It says, "What the Lord have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them." Right. So Daniel, by getting those veggies, all right, automatically vegetables are medicinal. They have certain things in them that helps with blood flow, helps with heart, whatever you eating. Okay, the dark leafy greens and all of the veggies, man, they serve as for medicinals. They give you certain vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, So this is why Daniel and the three holy boys, they look better, man. Drinking that good water. All right, we know the benefits of water. It flushes the digestive system, helps for clear skin. It helps all the way around, man. Water. All right, with our water, we wouldn't even be able to do nothing. We would die, man. We would be very unsanitary. So the Lord created all of these things that we need from the earth, man. Okay, and this the kick I've been on, getting myself together, because it's gonna help in the spirit as well. Okay, of course those two are intertwined. Now going back to the Moringa, you see how it cleaned that water. That's very, very powerful. Now when you go to Exodus, because certain people believe that it was the Moringa that was used. So when you go to Exodus 15, starting at verse 23, it says, when they came to the oasis of Marah, the water was too bitter to drink. So they called the place Marah, which means bitter. Then the people complained and turned again to Moses. What are we going to drink? They demanded. So Moses cried out unto the Lord for help, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. Okay. Moses threw it into the water, and this made the water good to drink, just like that Moringa did. That's why people believe it was a Moringa tree. All right. Now, we don't know that. And let me throw this disclaimer out here. Everything I'm saying, this is not medical advice. This is for informational purpose only, man. This is a journey that I'm trying to stay consistent to, because all this thing is about consistency as well. But I just wanted to throw that out there. This is not medical advice, okay, to take Moringa or whatever. I'm just for information, okay, just for informational purposes. But again, a lot of people think it was the Moringa because you see how it cleaned the water. Now, I don't know other herbs or roots that clean water like Moringa. It could be other herbs and roots out there that do the same thing, but I haven't been hip to them yet. But Moringa I have been hip to I was watching the Elder video, and he was going into the Moringa, right? So the Moringa, you see how the Lord, he showed Moses that piece of wood, man. Again, going back into Ecclesiastes 38:4, it says, the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Okay? Very, very powerful, man. This is why I'm trying to get back into the health, because that flesh is weak, man, but the spirit is willing. Now I want to go here because I mentioned how the two is intertwined. Okay, let's say you're a billionaire, but if your body ain't functioning, you ain't gonna be able to enjoy your money, man. Okay, the two is intertwined, which is gonna dampen the spirit. You're not gonna feel powerful in the spirit when you always sick. Something always wrong, something always aching, in pain. That's in the flesh. All right, your spirit is not gonna be vibrating on the optimal high level, on that high frequency when you always in pain. Some toothache, backache, a neck ache, this ache, you got this, you got that. No, and a lot of that stems from diet. All of it is intertwined. Let's get this. Ecclesiastes 30, starting at verse 14, it says, better is the poor being sound and strong in constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Okay, you got a lot of people that got a lot of money, but they afflicted in their body. They might have a cancer. They might have arthritis. They might have as many diseases, okay? And they can't enjoy their money. You ain't gonna want to go out and, let's say you a dude and you worth $50 million, but you stuck with a cancer, you in the hospital all the time, you in and out the hospital. You're not gonna want to go out and hang with the ladies and, you know, nice sunny day and you ready to go out and do your thing. You ain't gonna know, man. You know, cause you're not gonna feel good. Verse 15, health and good estate of body are above gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. That's correct. You'd rather, make $20 an hour, but you healthy, you got your vigor, you're strong, you're able to run, jump, you're able to enjoy yourself, go out and exercise. You'd rather make $20 an hour than have 20 million and you sick. I don't know nobody that would be like, no, I'd rather take the 20 million and be sick. No. Verse 16, there is no riches above a sound body and no joy above the joy of the heart, right? Because the two is intertwined. If you feel good, you look good, you're going to do good for the most part. The spirit going to be up, all right? Death is better than a bitter life or continuous sickness, right? That's why when somebody been dealing with a disease for so long, they just ready to go. They ready to go to the spirit world. Okay. So now let's go. I want to read the benefits of Moringa. It says, I'm gonna start here. It says Moringa offers a wide range of health benefits, including boosting the immune system, potentially lowering cholesterol, and aiding in blood sugar management. It is also a good source of nutrients like vitamin A, vitamin C, and iron. Moringa may also help reduce inflammation and protect against cell damage due to its antioxidant properties, right? So let me read some of these. It says immune system support. Moringa is a rich source of vitamin A, which is essential for immune function. It also contains vitamin C and iron, which can help improve overall immune defense. Studies have shown that Moringa supplementation can improve immune parameters in an individual with compromised immunity, okay? And we need good cell growth, good immune system, especially with the times we're coming into, with all of these things that, Esau been putting out there, the pestilences, okay? Now, you can have the best immune system, and if the Lord wants you to, because all of this is from the Lord, all right? Life and death is in the power of the Lord, roughly paraphrasing the scriptures, okay? So, but it don't hurt to have a good diet, get on the herbs, and boost that immune system, man. It don't hurt that at all, man. And again, disclaimer, this is not medical advice. I'm just reading the benefits, and this is for informational purpose only. Cholesterol and heart health. Moringa may help lower cholesterol and triglycerides, potentially reducing the risk of heart disease and stroke. Some evidence suggests that Moringa can help reduce cholesterol absorption in the intestines, leading to lower levels of LDL cholesterol. Blood sugar control. Moringa may help regulate blood sugar levels, potentially benefiting individuals with diabetes. Some studies suggested that Moringa can stimulate pancreatic cells to support blood sugar control. Nutrient source. Moringa leaves are packed with essential nutrients including vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, and calcium. They are also a good source of protein and amino acids, which are important for tissue repair and building muscle. Anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Moringa contains compounds that can help reduce inflammation in the body. Its antioxidant properties may help protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. Other potential benefits. Moringa may help protect the liver against non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Some studies suggest that Moringa can help promote wound healing. It may also help treat anemia, especially iron deficiency anemia, due to its high iron content. So these are the benefits of Moringa. All right. And, I just wanted to put this out there because, Lord willing, I want to stay consistency. It's about being consistent on this journey of better diet, better rest, more exercising, which in turn, more reading, more praying, more studying, more fasting, all right, more lessons, and getting better all the way around, okay, in the spirit and in the body, because they both intertwine. So Lord willing, this is edifying to the next lesson. Shalom.